Hello. Hello, my friends. And welcome back to Cities Skylines 2, and welcome back, of course. What other city looks like this? Welcome back to Hope. Oops, the game is on pause. There's no reason for it to be on pause. This is the city where our goal is to keep the happiness as low as possible, which unfortunately it looks like it's trending up, while also keeping all of our other metrics showing positive growth, or at least the stagnation would be acceptable. Flatlining would be okay. This population drop, that's bad, for example. What's the cause? It couldn't possibly be that everybody's drinking poo-poo water, or that we don't have enough hospitals for everybody. Who knows, honestly. Today I'm going to fill in, as long as we can get some demand, we'll fill in the rest of where we have some demand here and there. It looks like we only have a little bit of blue demand, but that's okay. We'll see what we can do about that, and then we'll also be looking at the option— whoops, those houses are about to be destroyed. The option of moving into new tiles if we need to. I don't think we will. Last time, I think it was last time, I tried my hand at removing all these lawns from people's houses, but as they move out and back in, it seems like they just grow back anyway, so it's an uphill battle that I'm not willing to participate in. Unless there's some way that I can just blanket, put dirt down. And I never even thought about that. If I just put sand down everywhere, does that override anything? Oh, look, they don't want that. They're not okay with that. I'm not allowed to change the surface. Decals. No, I'm not going to mess around with this. Population's moving up. Happiness is flat. I would like it to be moving down. Right now the problem is that people are too wealthy. But we do want to keep it somewhere. I would say this middle one is fine. I wouldn't mind if it moved down to the second from the bottom. That would be okay as well. We might get rid of some of the parks that we've got. Abundance of leisure time is providing positive happiness. So let's get rid of that park. We'll just find a few places here and there. Everything is an absolute mess. And that's all by design as well. I also noticed that there was an update here where I've got a priorities tool now for lanes. So I can say, for example, this traffic going this way, stop signs, and then priorities on the traffic going through the highway, which is good. That's going to be really good in the cities where I care about people having a good time. I love this tool. The fact that I can put a stop sign down anywhere that I want and control that, that's cool. That's going to really help us in other cities. Traffic flow isn't really anything that I'm too concerned with. I have noticed that we've got a bit of a mess here. What caused this? Why is this so ugly? And can I fix it easily by just doing that? Is that a solution? Is that a good enough solution? I feel like it should be. We'll see. We don't want the traffic to get stuck coming to a total stand anywhere, really, because if it comes to a total standstill, that means that people aren't able to move in and out. So traffic needs to be bad. Bad enough for people to be sad about it. Good enough to allow our city to grow. Same with things like ground pollution and water pollution. Enough for people to be upset about it, not enough for them to not suck it up and just live through it. Whoops. It's okay. Anywhere that there's some zoning but nobody's moved in, we may as well make use of that for something else. Oh, okay, that changes the whole zone. That's alright. So I think we're still recovering more or less from that time that we really focused our goal on making people unhappy. I don't know how long it's going to take for us to really recover from that. Right now we have a lot of unoccupied buildings and people are pretty unhappy about taxes. But that's okay. We want that. What else do we want? People are too wealthy, their homes are too spacious, and they have too much leisure time, but I don't want to take away too much of that because I don't want them to not move in. It's a delicate balance, and I don't think that we're going to see any kind of insane growth for a while. I think we'll see slow and steady growth, if growth. I think mostly it's just going to bounce around. It's pretty flat now, but it's been much higher, so we do have enough room to house more people. What I might start doing is getting rid of all this nice low-density housing, just bit by bit, and see if that forces people to move into higher-density homes. Or if they just move out, and that would be not great, but ideally what we start to see is they move in anywhere that they can. Having a majority of medium-density and high-density homes, I think, is where we want to be if we want to make people miserable. There we go, things are moving down now, which would be great if our population wasn't also moving down. Our money's still going up. Yeah, eventually we'll start producing our own coal like we do our own stone, our own cotton, and our own vegetables. And a little bit of our own grain, but not quite enough. Yeah, I think I'm going to continue with this project of dezoning low-density residential for the most part, and just doing it piecemeal, bit by bit, so that we don't have a massive population crash. It takes a while, though. Again, those people will get flagged homeless before they either move out or move into a new building. How's our education looking? The people are smart enough. Everything's a very delicate balance now. This building's in rough shape, and yet their happiness is neutral because they have a spacious home. That's weird. It's weird that these medium-density apartments are considered spacious. Sad. There we go, that's more like it. Sad and dealing with it is the state that we need to be in. Population's going up even though we're removing houses. That is a good sign that we have probably chosen to do the right thing here. Medium density, like row houses, I think I'm okay with. Yeah, it's interesting to be able to take out houses and see our population still going up. We don't quite have enough people to fill our jobs. Yeah, we've got 6,000 jobs, 4,000 people. So even things like this aren't fully staffed. That's okay, we'll just let this run for a little bit until that population number flattens out again. Alright, things are doing alright. There's a fire raging out here in the distance. We'll see if that ends up affecting us. Also, I've noticed that this river has dried up, and that's not great. But I wonder if the water comes in from that way, and the reason why it's dried up is because it's spilled out everywhere over here. That's funny. Alright, our population seems to have balanced out a little bit and put in more of these little commercial zones. And see if that encourages more people to move in and fill those jobs. Here's a problem. It's people coming in from out here. How do we fix this? Let me take a look here and see what kind of a situation we've got. Would there be a traffic light here? Probably. And then what if we get rid of this connection? Just so that this street doesn't fill up too much. And then you know what? What if we also gave it just a bunch of lanes? Oh, I can only buy the 6-lane one? Wait a minute, that's not possible. Large roads. I need to be able to make bigger messes with my roads, please. Like an 8-lane road. How that house is gonna go. Hang on, let's get rid of that now. Alright, how did this mess happen? It might have been because that house was in the way. Let me see if we can fix this. Oh, it looks like it wasn't supposed to be there at all. Okay, let's just try again. I'm okay with losing the houses there. What a hideous intersection. Is there a reason why they can't turn? That should let a bunch of people through, I hope. I don't know what's happened here. Oh, I let all the pebbles come back. That's okay. There's pebbles on the road now. What have we done? Maybe this can be a roundabout again? No, it doesn't. It doesn't like the thought of that. Neither does this one. Maybe that shouldn't be doing that. Yeah, I do feel like this is part of the problem here. How do we resolve this quickly and cleanly? Oh, you know what? Hold on, why don't we just do this? Does that help? Hopefully that gets people out of the way. And then honestly, I don't even think that we need traffic lights here. In fact, this might be a place for lane priorities. Oh, this is already set up to yield. Okay, never mind then. Oh, this is already set up exactly how I would do it. No, those guys got snapped out of existence. It's okay. Now, you know what? What if we do this? I don't like how that turns. Let's just add that extra lane back. I think that's better. I don't know why this is underground now. Fixed. Back all the pebbles. No, that's already set up the way that I would do it as well. Interesting that this is still causing an issue. Let me see. What happens if we add an extra lane? That might have made it worse. I don't know. This is already chaos. Why don't we just do this? I don't think this made it better. I think this made it worse. Which is good. Population's still going down, though we need to find a way to get the people in faster. There's more issues over here. Again, I don't mind people having to deal with bad traffic, but if it's at the expense of our city growth, that's where it becomes a problem. So let's try this. This road might just need more lanes. Oh look, there's demand for low-density residential again, which I don't want to fill yet. If anything, maybe I want to get rid of more of it. Let's see if that forces them into the other homes. I'd like to see this unoccupied buildings go away. You know what? We can probably give our businesses tax cuts. We don't need to treat the businesses badly. Just the people. Yeah, this is still a mess. What if I get rid of this Maple Street? And then I don't know where these people were walking to, but we'll just plug them in over there. Oh, sweet, a power issue. Was that keeping the power flowing to that side of the city? Might have been. See what happens if we put some power through these highways. Now water, so these were just not connected anymore. Turn the sun and the moon back on, specifically the moon. What's going on here? Do we get rid of this roundabout maybe? Just turn this into a managed intersection. That's interesting. I like the way that's working. I'm waiting for an ambulance. Royden Crosby. He's neutral, he's sick, he's homeless. Oh no, he's sad now. And yet the population number continues to rise. We're almost filling all these jobs now, or at least we're starting to. Most of the problems of traffic have been resolved. Yeah, they're not great, but I don't think that we have any major congestion that's preventing people from moving in, at least. Yeah, I really don't want to build more low-density housing. Oh, what happened here? I wonder if I keep dezoning low-density housing, will our population keep going up? Will people continue to just be forced to move into higher density housing? Because if so, then great. Maybe we just won't have any little suburbs. I do have to be careful. As long as the number of people being employed keeps going up, I think we're in a good spot. Happiness is dropping, good news. It does seem like this dezoning is working, I think. It's hard to tell for sure. I'm just gonna dezone all this because it was like weirdly zoned anyway. And then what is this? Is this a high school? Small high school. I'm gonna get rid of this. And the reason is because I think that costs us more than just building an urban high school, which takes up less space and houses more students, or the same amount of students, in a reduced space. Oh yeah, things are going well. We need more elementary schools. Do we have... What kind of elementary schools are we using? Are we using the small ones that require us to build like a big old campus, or are we using one of the urban ones? Let me see. Looks like we're just using a small elementary school. Let's get rid of that completely. And then replace it with... Oh no, I can't afford it. Hang on. I need 150 grand, please. Till then, we have no education. Alright, we'll be there in no time, though. Our money is spiking, our population is spiking, too. Alright, we'll come back to that school in a little bit. Are we at 0 for elementary? Yeah, we are. Okay, good to know. I'm actually pleased with the population growth, especially considering that we just keep going in and wiping out their homes. Anywhere that there are homes that are too spacious, too nice, these ones are fine because they're tiny, look at them. There's no way that people are happy with their spacious home. Oh wait, never mind. Spacious home plus 23, they love this home. No, you know what? I guess that makes sense. There's one person and they own 4 whole tiles all to themselves. It's funny to see how long we can go without buying more tiles as well and still cramming things in. Still making it work and grow. I know that we can probably get this up to at least 100,000 before we need more tiles, that is. I should probably finish my thoughts. Sometimes I'm just thinking and just end whatever I'm about to say before I say it. It's okay, it happens. Do we want... You know what? The regular elementary school costs less, has less upkeep. I'm going to build it for those reasons. Even though it doesn't hold as many, I might need to do the same thing for this high school. Maybe not, actually. Maybe not. Any of this weird zoning that got ripped up. Try to tidy it up as I go. It's hard when we're putting down such weird roads. Population continues to climb. It's the highest it's been in the last month, at least. Not quite in the last 6 months. But the growth rate is quite high. Almost as high as it's been at its highest. And people are not moving away as quickly either. So that's good news. And as more people move in and these businesses get more efficient, the more money we make as well. From our exports in particular. It'll be nice to get coal eventually. Where is that coal? Oh, right here. So if we expand, it's going to be to here. And we're going to set up some massive coal mines. Be a big coal city. We are a pretty industrious city. Probably more industrious than most of my cities. If I'm being perfectly honest here. Then we can get the big old coal plant going. I wonder if I should get rid of this. See if that helps. Population stagnating. I wonder what I can do about that. I'd like to zone something that counts as low death. So if I build this, okay, do these, first of all, do they count towards that? And are they less happy about these buildings because they're technically also work zones? Or more, oh, they do actually count as low density housing. So that's good to know. Maybe we focus on that to make things... You have to live where people are working. That's miserable, isn't it? Lex Hamilton, we're gonna follow you and your life. For a little bit here. How do I follow you easily? There we go. But how do I also view your user profile at the same time? Here we go. A poorly educated student on his way home. He's of modest wealth, and he's pretty happy. Oh, he's home. He's idling. In his home. That's also waiting for an ambulance. Who is that? I don't think that's his household, is it? Wait, where's Lex Hamilton? Is he not in here? No, he's definitely in there. Oh, okay, he's in a different household than the one that needs the ambulance. One of these is probably the Hamilton family. Let's see if we can find them. There they are. Pauline. Genesis. M. And Lex. M and Lex are their kids. Those parents are educated. Good for them. Let's see what his dad's up to. Oh, it's his mom. Just going shopping. And Thick Digital. What's his dad doing? Going home. Probably from work? No, that's not his dad. It's his other mom. Fair enough. The citizen is happy. Why is he happy, though? I didn't say this could be the thing. Oh, we'll see. We'll see how happy he stays. Oh my gosh, we're at 6,000 people now. There's still way more jobs to fill than people to fill them, so it's gonna take a while. Demand for low-density residential has gone down. I'm not sure why. Let's get rid of more of the houses. Yeah, sick employees is always going to be a big detriment to our efficiency, isn't it? But not too much. 5% there. What's it going to be here? Like 3%? Yeah, that's not a big deal. We can handle that. Uh-oh. This is busy, busy. Let's see what we can do about this. If we add an extra turning lane on all these. Oh, that didn't help at all. That just made, if anything, it made it worse. This is probably the traffic light that's causing the biggest issue. Oh, it does flow, though, when that light turns green. That's good. It does make me wonder if we need the traffic light here. See if we can help this along a little bit better. There we go. That seems clearer. A little bit clearer. Still more jobs than we have people. I don't want to keep building more commercial buildings because there's nobody to work in them. Although they're not complaining about not having enough. I can see that they are struggling to get enough workers though. So that's real. We're making so much money. Relatively. But then again, we have axed all of our services. I wonder if we need to deal with these sick people. I don't think it's too urgent yet because I don't think that it's having too big of a negative impact. Let's see. Yeah, 6%. Ooh, network quality actually affects businesses. That's a shame. Because I can put this in, but I don't want the people to benefit. I just want the workforce to benefit from having... Well, you know what? We've already put one up there, so maybe this is fine. And we put a crummy little tower down here. We just gotta make sure that doesn't make people too happy. The struggle is real. Actually maintaining a city that doesn't work is harder than you would think. Keeping the people miserable and still being somewhat successful is not easy, but it is funny. I do not think that we can blame traffic for our population growth. At least not anymore. I don't see anywhere that people are struggling to get into the city. There's a little bit of a sort of problem here. It's not real. It's not a real... I wouldn't call this a real problem. Noise pollution would be a good way to upset people, but it's harder to do. We'd want to be putting offices probably near people's homes. Yeah, I think there's not much else I can do right now except wait. So I think this might be a good time to wrap things up, and then maybe next time we start off with more of a time lapse. We'll see. I think maybe building all this extra commercial housing was not the right move, although we did build all this stuff too, which is nobody's moving into these buildings yet because there's no actual industrial demand yet. Oh good, these produce noise pollution, so these are great homes to replace our low density homes with. Yeah, this is perfect. Yeah, okay, good. We have a new candidate for our low density homes, and then we'll probably have a new candidate for our medium density homes in these probably mixed offices or mixed housing. And then for high density buildings just probably make noise anyway. And we'll probably do more low rent, high density housing anyway. Just to try to keep things a little bit more miserable here and there. Alright, if you've enjoyed this for some reason, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button, leave a like, leave a comment, let me know what you think. Are the poor people of Hope ever gonna recover from this? I'd love to see it become more than just this little town. Without having to sacrifice any of our ideals. Our miserable ideals. If you enjoyed this and you want to see more videos, not necessarily like this, but if you want to see more Cities Skylines videos or other simulation videos, and you haven't done so yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell for notifications. Thank you so much for joining me today in Hope. The City of Hope. The saddest city in Cities Skylines. Possibly the worst city. I think it is the worst city in Cities Skylines. Anyway, we'll see you next time. Goodbye for now.